Hello and welcome to the Cardboard Bunker. My name is Pieburn and today we are playing some more Space Engineers. I'm actually the future Pi. This is a bit of a time twist scenario here. I had a little bit too much footage for last episode, so I decided to put it into this episode. So we've got some assemblers going in, some bar systems, and then we're going to start on a ship. Alfred Dumas rightly pointed out that we're going to need a lot of cobalt, and I honestly can't find any. The best place to find it is on a planet. So we are going to have to build a ship that can go to the planet, mine some cobalt, and bring huge amounts back. Huge amounts, and just like ridiculous amounts of cobalt. But yeah, that's what we'll be doing in this episode, and I'll see you in a moment. That was a very poor dismount. Now we'll fly back down here and fly too far. Here we go. So we'll be bringing the assemblers out of here, and I'm only going to be doing 2 for each row because I think 8 assemblers should be enough. Once this ship's at a stage where all the assemblers will be doing, we'll be building spare parts to repair the ship. I don't think I'll need any more than 8. I do have another 4 in there, so that's a total of 12 while we're building. I think that should be more than enough. So now we're going to pipe them in. I want them there like that. We have the assembler here, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots around it. Let's bring out an assembler while we're in the factory. Where is the assembler? Yes. We're not going to be using any of the other ports, so it doesn't really matter which way we put it, but I'll do it aesthetically that way. A lot of this where I want to be able to walk around the ship, so again we're putting in the gravity generator today. We'll get an idea. We're probably going to need 1 for most of the back because there will be people in the engineering department, and we're also going to need make sure we have the observation deck covered, as well as the front areas and all of the living quarters. Checking for dangers. No, okay, let's put some assemblers in. Rightio. Now I'm going to be putting on some modules to all of these, but I'm not putting on anything to increase the efficiency or anything else like, the power efficiency. The assemblers I'm going to put 2 of each feed modules. But I was going to put on yields, but I don't think the yields work from memory. It's been a while since I've sort of really fiddled with what you can do, and I don't know how much has changed in the latest update with the DLC that came out, but I'm pretty sure that the yields still can't be used except on refineries. So the refineries themselves will only have yield modules. We want to get sort of every little piece we can out of every rock and ore we mine. I mean, we're mining a lot, but we want to make sure we get everything we can out of it. And now I'm going to go to the power efficiency module. Actually, Splitsy did a really good video on the ratios for this as well, and how much they can improve and what the real benefits are. I'm pretty sure that'll still be the same. And if I remember, this was the actual configuration he said was best for assemblers in that video. Alrighty, well, I've got the modules out. We'll just start putting the yield runs on. Yeah, this is why I wanted this space here. I could even, if I ever need to, I've got the space to double up on all of these as well. And more yields. My energy is low. Well, that's very interesting. With all of these refineries, we've munched through all of that stone, and there wasn't any small amount of stone. There was an exorbitant amount of stone in there, and it's all gone in the space of an hour here. So I think we've got the right mix now with regard to refineries. Pam hasn't been out for a while. I feel like I have to speak over these refineries. I'm glad we won't be down here very often, and the idea of the layout is that only crew will really come down into this area, so they should all be used to it by the time, you know, they've been on for a while. But this area here will be sort of like a common area, mess area, and we'll block off the refineries over there, make sure that they're all silenced. We'll be bringing glass down here. I'll do all that off camera. Bring some glass down here and make sure that this is all airtight as well. Build a little airlock down here somewhere. Gravity is the next big thing we need to look at. Now we know where the back of the ship is. We need to figure out where the middle of the height is. So I say it's just below this deck here. So seeing as though we can't have it completely centered because of the piping here, more than likely it will be put here. And I do believe the center of the back would be here, from my estimation, so I'm going to mark that as the center of the back. And then I'm going to put in a gravity generator. Hope I've unlocked it. It's been a while since I looked at my progression. A standard gravity generator. I'm going to put it there. We want to make sure it's facing the right direction, so we know that that's forward. We'll turn bars on. Just turn this one on. I think what we need to do is also paint all of this pink. Get rid of this heavy armor skirt wall there. I think that will help. And I'll do that outside the camera too. Clean this up a bit. Now, bars. I was thinking it would be a good idea to have a separate piping in of a bars system down here. I was thinking of putting in the bar system here. I think I kind of have it upside down. Front, right, left. Now we'll go over here and see if that's within range of this bar system. Janus, BARS, 3, 1. It will have difficulty with the extra armor here, but once we've got this fully built out, we'll then adjust the bars system accordingly. We just move it across, and if we find that we're too wide, which means we're more than 150 wide, which is pretty awesome, then we'll start looking at doubling and pairing them up, having one on one side, one on the other. I'm pretty sure I got that in the middle. Gravity gen I didn't care so much, but that I really wanted to make sure was in the middle. So it'll be interesting, be very interesting. I can just basically make this the edge of the armor, and I'll make that pretty up as best I can. But then, yeah, we'll use a lot more of the blast doors, I think, in that one. It may be a weak point, but then we still have that large gap in the middle there as well. And we'll have lots of armor around it, so yeah, it should be fine. Should be fine? Should be fine. So now we've got that going, we've got all the piping being done here. We have the assemblers being done here. I think what I'll do is I'm going to take Pam out for a ride, and while that welds up I'm going to take Pam out and make sure she can get some more stone. I have a feeling I'm going to need more uranium just down there. Still haven't found any more. There is a couple of interesting asteroids and clusters that I haven't visited yet or haven't marked on my map yet, so I might go out with Pam just so I can just collect a heap of stone, even if that's all I do. I may even come back and set her to just drill out more of the iron on there, or go for the gold up there, I think, actually. Yes. I'm going to take Pam to get gold. Let's record a new path. And off we go. So we're definitely going to need a new bar system for the front. We'll wait till we come to a complete stop. Then we say stop recording, go down, set up mining job. Let's go inside the projector block, sensor block, not a projector block. Okay, so we go to the sensor block, we go to info, we go show sensor field ranges, go to the outside of, we just want to line it up. We're getting close, making sure we've lined it up correctly, because we've got to watch for overhangs. If we push Pam into too tight a turn, it will smash. Not like a Hulk smash, like a bad smash. Okay. So now we've got an idea of where we need to mine. I did actually, just to explain, I did have this in the back, which kind of helps when you're doing this, but it's very difficult to see. But I've done this enough now that I can kind of get it. We want to make it much wider, because we want all that stone too. Now this one I'm going to go in because I want to make sure. 80 meters, that's kind of okay. I do actually want to increase it to 150 meters. You know about how big that is. We're going to change it to default. It means it'll just go through there. I'm going to start in the center, so that means it will get the gold first. We'll zoom out. This is why we said 150 meters. Yes, it will actually go through that whole 150 meters. But a lot of that will be air, so it's not actually going to be picking up stone, which means it will still dig the stone out to the right depth to get all the gold. And what we want, what we hope, is a heap of stone too, because we kind of need a lot of that too. So start the new job, sit back and watch Pam go. Now I don't normally sit inside Pam, but I'm going to do it today so we can get some beautiful cinematic shots. Right, so to explain what's happening here, Pam is slowly on her way back, but she's using the recorded path that I made. And because I miscalculated greatly the distance I needed to have to brake, and I was being a little bit distracted by my coffee, Pam is now going through the slow braking maneuvers in reverse, just as the recorded path that it was going in the first place. So that's why we're sort of sitting here at about 10 meters per second. But now we're sort of taking off a bit more, heading straight back home. All that's done. We'll be home shortly, which is good. Right, we've made it back home. While Pam's parking, we'll have a look at what she's got in her system. So, hide the empty ones. So she's got 126,000 gold, that's good. Lots of stone, that's what I wanted. I wanted lots of stone. We need the nickel, we need the silicon. 1,000 kilograms of gold will be good. Be able to build a lot of things with that. Off you go, Pam. You go keep doing your mining. I'm going to come in here. I think we need to set out where the front bar system will be. Now, pretty sure this is the central line here. So what I will do is literally... Oh, don't want that pink. Oh, sounds like things are getting built. Just checking out the refineries. A few of those. We'll put it all back in a second anyway. We'll put that one down there. And we'll put the bar system, which I'm pretty sure is still 9. We should be able to go back up here. Okay, so I'm going to actually leave the episode here while Pam and Bars work together to build this for me and build each other. I'll come back in, I'll name everything later. I'll really start thinking about what turrets I want to put in the back here. And I'll do all of that in the next episode, okay? Well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Please hit the like, please hit the subscribe button. Join me on Discord, there's a link in the description. Follow me on Twitter at Cardboard Bunker. You can also find me on streaming on Twitch Monday nights, Wednesday nights and Friday nights. And occasionally I'll do, like, if I have some free time, the odd unplanned stream somewhere around the line. So thanks all for watching, guys. Have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye.